live.
We're preparing to live stream the meeting.
It says meeting is now streaming live on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
It actually says that. It warns you not to swear, does it?
Well, it warns me that I'm being streamed live.
Interesting.
Yeah, so to me as well, top left-hand corner.
Where's the merry little link for it?
Oh,
What's your name on
There's a
YouTube?
thing on the copy streaming link at the top left-hand corner. If you click on the little down arrow, it gives you the
view stream on YouTube.
Oh yeah, so it does.
That's really cool.
And here we are. We're on the YouTube, guys. We're famous at last.
Oh yeah.
This is a bit weird. Just as I was saying we're famous at last, there's a picture of me sticking my tongue out.
Yeah, we're going all over the place.
That's not good.
So
live
what's the delay? What is the delay here?
YouTube.
Now, I mean, how long is the delay? Because you could have fun with that if you knew exactly what it is.
That was probably about 30 seconds because I've just seen me wave.
Yes, yeah, and I've just gone. Yeah.
I'll shut mine down.
This is interesting. And so
there is a good 30 seconds or more of lag there. More than.
Yeah.
Which is kind of good, because if one of you says something appropriate, maybe I can just go cancel.
Romans, what have they ever done for us?
You beat me
to
it.
It's at least 30 seconds.
Now, if we had an audience, could they comment live?
Just sign into anyone that can.
I'll send the link to Matthias, shall I? He's not online, isn't he?
Oh, this is a bit fun. This is a bit weird, but also fun. So this is how we can game. We could game,
yes,
couldn't we?
We could.
That could be fun.
Family has returned from walking the dog.
Excellent.
Get another
Don't
dog.
swear.
Say hi. Well, having done that little experiment and us having had half an hour, I don't want to keep you with me for this time. So maybe it's time to bring this. I'm going to go back to the screen here because I'm looking at myself doing stuff that I did 30 seconds ago. Yeah.
Sorry, could I try something?
Oh, by all means, Paul.
Could I try and share my screen?
Go ahead. Let's do that thing.
Yeah.
Or actually, I'm not. I'm going to share an application. I don't know how this is going to actually work.
Let's use this opportunity for experimentation.
Oh, Watson has started screen
wow.
sharing.
So what are you showing us here, Paul? It's a map.
This is part of a very large map.
Yeah.
Built in Arkenforge for the fun of it.
So this is Arkenforge.
Yeah. Right. So there's 3 levels up and 2 levels down, and I just wondered what this looks like to you guys and whether it's actually working.
So you're just sharing your screen here, are you?
Yes.
Because
it's interesting that I can see you, Paul, in the little gallery at the side, but I can see the map here. I'm not seeing it.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
What's actually really interesting, if you now look on the YouTube stream, because that map's now showing up.
Okay, let's go to the YouTube. I'm not getting my.
I'm not on it anymore. Oh, it'll go all wobbly if I do it.
It shows the person who's talking. Oh, I see, because you need 2 screens in order to.
Yeah, I've only got one now. I'm out in the dining room.
Yeah. While you're sharing your screen, I can't come off it.
You should be able to alt tab to come to a different.
Tab and
alt tab, yeah.
So, does this have like fog of war and vision blocking and stuff like that?
It has fog of war, as you can see from the palette tool here. I'm in the dungeon. Sorry, I'm not trying to sell it. I'm just trying to work out whether it actually works. It has fog of war and dynamic fog of war. This is the GM view, so it's a bit different.
Right.
But you can do some really nice things with it, like.
Oh, lit.
Oh, cool.
And you said you
That's
weren't
cool.
trying to sell it, you were just trying to see if it worked. That sounds like most people trying to sell my software, to be honest.
I don't actually get any
I
money
wouldn't
for
worry
it.
about it.
I'm just one of the. I've been using it. As I said earlier, I used to use map tools, and then I found this, and that's that level. If I go down a level,
Ooh.
this is not lit, so people would have to go in here. Hang on a sec. Let's find a. Let's just grab that.
I can draw on it.
You can from your end, yes. You're not
No, I can
physically
do
drawing.
something like that. Can you see a purple line?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
No,
I
I
can-
can't see a purple line.
I can.
Oh, sorry.
I can see it.
I'm looking on YouTube.
Ah, that'll take a
Oh
little
no,
while.
don't look on
So,
YouTube because that would be.
Oh, of course, it's going to take a bit of
30
time.
seconds.
in the past.
I will see a purple
That's
line.
cool.
See, I can now stamp little arrows everywhere next to his display.
So you can
Yeah,
do
they-
this.
Yeah,
Look,
there's an annotation tool.
Yeah,
Oh, look at those shadows. Wow.
and then I can
That's-
get rid of all those, and that's that.
Cool. Don't
That
anyone
is
tell
cool.
Mr. C-Mark that you can draw on the screen.
how do
I
you
will
draw on
get
the
a
screen,
special-
guys? How do you draw on the screen? I want to draw on the screen too. Share
So
screen
if
You
go
go
up
to the
the
little
top,
thing at the top, and then
Yeah.
you click annotate
Yeah.
under view options.
under view options.
right at the top.
Oh, shit, man! Look at this.
So we could
Boss.
get a custom stamp of a Roman in a toga and just keep dropping it all over Dave's maps.
I'm sure Matt's got
Oh,
loads of
wow.
pictures of Dave, so
Yeah, and the only thing is, I don't think it tells you who annotated, does it?
I
So-
don't think so.
I mean,
No, all I can see is little blue arrows.
yeah,
Yeah,
I'm putting
those are
those
maps.
down. I'm putting little blue arrows everywhere. But I'm just thinking, were I a character and I'm saying, right, I'm going over here to investigate this sarcophagus.
Can you move that little blue arrow? That would be interesting if you can actually move it.
No, I can't.
Oh, bugger.
Yeah, because if you move the map, the arrow stays in place, which is kind of annoying.
Yeah.
Put an arrow on there.
Yeah, it's just basically it puts a marker on the static screen on this
Yeah.
end. It's not mapped to the image that was behind it,
No,
unfortunately.
no, obviously not. But it is a little something to bear in mind. If you draw on it and then someone moves the map, then it's
Yeah.
it's not less a little less relevant.
The rubbing out, the eraser's a bit of a crappy tool as well, but it's
You
working.
can click clear, and it will take all of them out.
Oh, I see. Oh, yes, clear. There we go. Clear all drawings.
There you are.
Mhm.
Oh, I know why. So I was just trying to
Interesting.
work out why something wasn't happening.
Story of her life.
But you could do this with a simple PDF, couldn't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, you're just sharing a screen, aren't you?
It's
you could
simply showing a screen.
yeah. So it could be a PDF. It could be anything else. It happens to be quite cool looking at Alkenforge, but I guess you could look at other things as well.
Yeah.
I do like the
that
lighting
looks
effect.
familiar. That looks familiar.
That is sexy,
That looks
that
good.
lighting thing.
Yeah, that's really cool. So map tools will do something very similar to that, but it doesn't update the view until you drop the token.
Yeah.
So you
The-
pick it up and you move it 10 feet, it gives you the new view.
So this is the thing that I can't see here. If we were playing a game here and I said, right, my fellow goes down one of these three choices you're offering here, where's the place where I can put a token that represents me?
Right now, Arkenforge can only be controlled by the dungeon master or the games
Oh.
master.
Right.
So what happens is, so this is the, if you will, part of the GM view.
Yeah.
It's not the whole GM view, because if I was actually running a scenario, what I'd have is I'd have the player view on a second screen and I'd share that.
Mhm.
And then a lot of people do it. Knights of the Smith dinner table, James Smith does it about 3 times a week. He actually, you put the token on here, and bear with me. You put the token on here and move the tokens for the players.
Right.
So,
Yeah, so one of the things that we did in map tools a while ago, we had individual fog of war, and
Oh.
everyone was virtual, like we're all here. So in Map Tools, then each player has their own view of what they can see.
Yeah.
And so we had two players went into a room, and another player was out in the hallway, went around the room. And the guys in the room got into a firefight, and the person outside is like in Aliens. It's like all he can hear the other people on the microphone. He has no idea what they're seeing. He's like, "Who is shooting at you?" It was a great moment. It was really cool.
Yeah. So like here, I've stuck a token there. I've actually turned the light down a bit too much. But you can light up a token, and then on behalf of the player, move the token.
Yes. So the player says,
Or
I'll take the one on the
but
left, and you can move me into the one on the left.
I could request remote control, and in that case, I could move my own token and then hand control back to you.
You can only do that from the Games Master screen, which you wouldn't in a normal game. This isn't the view I would generally have. Normally, in a normal game, I'd be in scenario view. Let me very quickly show you why.
Show us scenario view.
Where do I want to be? Encyclopedia. Let's say we were playing Coriolis, and we're going to do.
That sounds like a wonderful idea. Who's GMing? You can start.
Paul,
Are
you volunteering to run a Coriolis campaign on
That's all right. Start now.
well,
hang on. The background.
For my group, I actually did. Who's done the last voyage? Has anyone played it?
Last voyage of the Ghazali. No, I've not played it actually.
I'm going to run it. I haven't played it.
I've read it.
We're going to be careful then. So this is what Arkenforge call the scenario view, and this is where, as a games master, I can run the scenario. So I can move the characters, I can change certain aspects, like I can switch off fog of war, I can dynamic fog, I can change the daytime, I can zoom in and out, I can
Put in background music.
Put audio. Don't know whether this will come through.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm looking at it on YouTube.
So the way I would do this in Zoom, by the way, is to have some. I don't know if Arkenforge runs it on an iPad as a player.
No. Screen, as it were.
The player screen. Do you need to have?
There isn't a player screen at the moment. That's the next thing they're going to develop. So what they want to do is a sort of peer-to-peer. So there'll be an not an iOS. There'll be an Android app where you'll see your character token, your character sheet, and the map, and be able to move yourself from there.
Okay. So at the moment, how would a player benefit from the product as it is at the moment? Would you just show it?
Well, it's actually pitched at the moment as a desktop tool. No, it's a desktop tool.
All right.
Oh, okay.
So, for instance, I need to go to not favorites, not tutorials. If I go to the cartographer map, and I just say, take me to the map browser. I'll go to Coriolis. So what I've got a 42-inch telly that I put flat on the table.
Oh, I see. Right.
At the moment they're pitching it, and so there's a lot of VTT and very good VTT apps there. Map Tools is really good. I had a lot of good time with Map Tools, but it's a bit cumbersome in some ways if you're playing with figures, because you've got to have two sessions running. One of them's got to be a server. With this, you just project the second screen. You extend the screen on your laptop, and it puts it on the second screen. Now, if you've not played the Ghazali, I am trying to find a map that won't give anything away. I'll do that. Well, let's do this one. I don't think this will give anything away. So when we did the when we did the Ghazali in scenario mode, I can actually in here I've got all of my actually I've got the entire scenario.
Oh, wow.
Oh, right.
So
I see.
as a games master, I can put in the objectives, the narrative, try not to give anything away.
Okay, whiz past it. Sorry.
Mm.
Actually,
Yeah.
nobody here is gonna.
Yeah.
It's actually a really good scenario. We had
Yeah,
we had a lot of fun.
I was planning on running it for my game, but it all kind of fell apart last year. So what I was just going to say is that with Zoom, you can actually choose which screen you want to share. So you could actually have this on your second screen and share that second screen only and still control the GM screen.
Yes, the nice thing I realised when I did the share was it allowed me to actually share the application, which was fantastic.
Yeah, it's really powerful. It's great app.
So what I'm liking about this makes a lot of sense. So I'm just looking at us in YouTube. Actually, I'm not looking at this in YouTube yet. I will get back to it.
I'll go back.
Our little faces down the side here, and I'm pointing at the screen like the people on YouTube can see.
Someone called Kelly Hoy has actually said something. Hello, Kelly.
Somebody said something to it. We got audience. Wow.
Yeah.
We have an audience.
We have an audience.
Let me just adjust my hair.
Which one?
Oh, very good.
We got 2 people watching us. This is hilarious. Welcome to the COVID Cafe. This is Effekt. Oh wow, yeah. So we're just mucking about with this. Actually, we're having a bit of a drink after work, except for Daniel.
Hang on, it's called sponsored by the Effekt.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hang on.
Daniel's having a drink during work, but the rest of us are finished work for the week, and we're exploring the idea of streaming games, which I'm liking Arkenford, Paul.
Yes, impressive.
Arkenforge is a market research company I employ. Good work. Arkenforge is great, but this really is, we could be doing this with PDFs or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's a very elegant interface for viewers to look at. I mean, we've seen all the stuff that happens with OBS and stuff like that. The worst thing about this is it comes with the Zoom logo at the bottom.
Oh, that's interesting.
But
I haven't got a Zoom logo.
There might be the case that you can turn that off if you pay a little bit more.
It's quite a lot more. I've looked into that.
Hey.
He says hello to Matt and Phil.
Hey, who's saying
hello? Humphrey, hang on. Humphrey, come here.
Go see Uncle Matt. Come on.
Humphrey, come here. Come here.
Top of the bookshelf.
Up. Come on.
Oh, and the beauty of this is actually we've cut Andy off, so we can't see him.
There we go.
Humphrey.
I can see Andy.
I've got both dogs in the office now, which is a bit...
So this is the thing.
No, you can stay there. He's all right.
In this view,
Too many a noose.
we've potentially only got 4 people on screen at any one time on YouTube.
Yeah.
Because Andy, you're off the bottom. I'm looking. I mean, this is my screen.
On YouTube, I only see the person who's talking at the time. So I don't know if there's a way to change that.
Okay. Yes, that's a good point. Well, maybe that's not a problem.
Yeah, because even I'm seeing all of your videos down the left. I can move it, but it's down the left-hand side of the screen.
There's a divider.
So is that just about the size of your screen? Because I've only got 4 videos. I mean, I can click up and down to see everybody.
If you slide it to the right, there's a little grabby thing you can pull over.
I'm going to have to interject and leave there because my takeaway's just turned up. So,
well,
nice to see you. To see you all.
Nice to see you.
See you, Andy. I think we're going to quit shortly anyway.
Yeah.
But this has been a really useful experiment. I'm glad you interrupted, Paul, to say, let's try this stuff with Arkenford.
Thank you.
Arkenford.
Oh, that's cool. The moving.
This is the train job.
Yes.
I used this in a Deadlands scenario a few weeks ago. I created that background.
Very
Um,
cool.
3D rendered.
Yep.
Did a road as well. But there you go. Yeah, you can put animated things in to make people feel ill. But anyway, sorry, Matthew.
Well, no, this is.
apologise.
Thanks. Don't apologise. This has been a fabulous
That's really cool.
thing, and I'm feeling
Yeah.
a lot more confident about not even bothering with OBS, but just having a game with people rolling their own dice on Zoom and
Yeah.
being able to stream it.
As I say,
Yeah.
keep it simple.
Yeah.
Stupid.
I don't have any dice at hand.
Well, we're not going to have a game now because
Oh, no. I just didn't have any. I was going to roll to see what the sound is like, but I don't have any.
That can be arranged. Hang on.
I've got some dice.
I have some here.
Oh, I can only see 4 at the moment. Have we lost someone?
We've
We
lost
have.
Andy.
Andy went off.
Oh,
1, 2. Let's see how many D6s I have with a D3. That's almost like a D6. There we go.
Oh, that's real
but do you hear
quiet.
anything?
Oh, that's
I
because you
was-
got.
I have to say, I just rolled 4 dice and I got a 6, so I'm okay, mate.
I was
rolled
wondering if it would
pretty
be
badly.
possible to have like an online dice rolling app as another participant.
Well,
Yeah,
I
it can be done.
Interesting.
I know that Andy is looking at using his dice rolling app that he's experimenting with on Discord on Zoom.
Grimaldi.
So let's see what he talks about there when he's
Yeah.
back.
I mean,
But
what we
that's
found
good.
with playing online is that it can actually slow down gameplay,
Yeah.
which is fine if you're looking for the visual thing, but if actually you're wanting to get through campaign, it kind of actually adds up after a while.
No, this is what I found when I was doing quite a lot of online gaming. I mean, I can't type the bloody syntax for dice rolling.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
there
even
was-
if you're using something like Fantasy Grounds and you can click and drag or whatever to do it, you still actually half the time you end up, if you're wanting to see everyone on the screen, switching.
Yeah, there was the
Switch
best
screens
thing
through
ever
and then-
about the reason I love Hangouts is that had some really fancy dice rolling app where you could just go this dice, this dice, this dice, roll that appear on the screen and is an overlay. They were lovely, those dice. Spirit dice or something, I think it was called. Gorgeous. Anyway, so let's say goodbye to everybody now. That I've enjoyed this drink. Let's see if we can have
Time for
another one.
another, isn't it?
next Friday. Yeah, time for another one. I poured myself another one while he was going. Thanks everybody for joining us. I think this has been a great success. I think I might even keep what we've streamed on the channel because we've had Paul giving us a wonderful little guided tour of Arkham Forge. So yeah, enjoy your evening, guys.
I'm going
Been
to
a
do
fun trial.
Next time, Toby, you can show us that tools.
Sure thing.
and if you are interested in Arkham Forge, it's they've got a discount on at the moment, but that is a plug for them. But it's a one-time only. I love Mac tools. I've got to be honest. I still go back to it occasionally
Fun.
because a lot of people have invested a lot of time and effort in it. It's a good tool.
Oh, man. Yeah, they have. Yeah, they have.
Well, brilliant. Thanks for joining our drink, and we'll do this again.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
Short time.
All
See
out
you
for the
all.
owl.
Take care.
I'm
Bye.
quitting.